So far in this series, we have talked about reimagining your events. We have talked about hybrid events. We have talked about number 3, looking for conventions and associations for ideas. And now we're going to talk about number 4, which is using peer-to-peer fundraising. Peer-to-peer fundraising people were using prior to the pandemic. But when people couldn't gather in large crowds, all of a sudden, we saw just an unbelievable number of organizations using peer-to-peer fundraising because, see, it can bridge the gap between an in-person event and virtual fundraising. The success of peer-to-peer fundraising is that it engages others who they know to participate as part of the fund. People who may have never heard of your organization now have contact to it and may even become a future donor. Because peer-to-peer fundraising emphasizes net work over net worth. Let me say that again. It emphasizes net work over net worth. It is important to create something that's share-worthy. When you're excited about it, and others will get enthused about it too. You can post your idea on social media and say you're creating an event that involves people doing silly things, funny stunts, or painting a picture, and then ask for their suggestions. See, because many nonprofits have even redesigned their peer-to-peer events because during the pandemic, they needed something creative and exciting and ways for people to feel included and join in. Fundraising walks that were typically large gatherings in cities were changed to small groups of peers, virtual walks, runs, or challenges that took place entirely online, bringing fundraising and fun into the virtual world. Take, for instance, Caregiver Connections. They're a nonprofit in Edwards, Colorado that supports caregivers by providing activities and interaction for older adults while the caregivers get a much-needed break. Well, as you can imagine, the regular in-person gatherings were not able to happen since older folks were more susceptible to getting the pandemic. So they transitioned to sessions online. Everyone began participating in activities and games virtually. Of course, there were the skeptics as to how will people overcome technology challenges. But now more than ever, necessity is the mother of invention. They're learning and enjoying it immensely. And then there was the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation. They got creative by transforming their annual in-person event into a virtual celebration. One person was an accomplished and award-winning tap dancer. She asked for people to sponsor her tap dancing with 2 left tap shoes while singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. She reached her goal and recorded it for a hilarious rendition. She created other challenges too that were equally well received.